If I tell you that the movie Forrest Gump is the best business movie that everyone must watch to become successful, you probably won't believe me. Yet, I will prove to you by the end of this video that Forrest Gump reveals to us the #1 secret that anyone can apply and use to achieve amazing results in any field. Every time I watch Forrest Gump, I always have one question on my mind. Can a person be that lucky? Forrest was born with the disadvantage of being retarded, and yet, still, he becomes successful in every field that he gets his hands on. At the same time, he can't even understand how lucky he is. He doesn't care about the fame and money that falls on him. Whatever Forrest lays eyes on, he is able to achieve enormous results in that activity. It seems that destiny favors him. However, that's not true. The truth is, Forrest doesn't have a stop pedal, and that is the main message of this movie. Most of the stories in the movie consist of tests and trials that fall on the hero, which he has to overcome through force and severity. Without such trials, the story would be boring. Who would want to watch how Andy Dufresne runs away from the prison in the first week? It's a good rule. The conflict moves the story. It makes us empathize with the hero. However, the movie Forrest Gump has the opposite plot. It seems like Forrest Gump doesn't need any effort to achieve amazing results. He graduates from a prestigious university. He became a hero in the Vietnam War. He won the ping pong championship in China. He founded a multi-million-dollar corporation, several times crossed the United States, and met with 3 presidents. Forrest doesn't have any purpose in the movie, and he picks different activities to do absolutely randomly. Actually, he doesn't even choose his activities. Someone makes choices of what he should do for him. Do you want to go to Vietnam? Sure, why not? Buy the boat and start a shrimp business? Great idea. In every story, Forrest comes out as a winner. He tells his story to random people, but nobody believes him. They don't believe that a person can be that talented. At first, you might think that this is done for comic purposes. He taught Elvis Presley to dance and gave the idea for the song Imagine to John Lennon.
They got nothing at all.
No possession, no religion too?
Forrest, even though born with a disability, accomplishes things with such ease that it would take a normal person a lot of effort. However, that's just half of the coin. The movie wants to give us an idea that every person can achieve the same results as Forrest if he devotes himself to one task. Forrest has skills that are a foundation for his success. First of all, it's a concentration on the process. He is not focused on results, because if you dream and think about final results, it will be hard for you to routinely do everyday tasks that will bring you closer to your end goals. Even if the task is simple and boring, Forrest is able to hold on his focus on that one task for a very long time. That is the main skill that you must have if you want to master any skill. Success is not something abstract, but rather the repetition of boring, tedious actions. Forrest has a huge advantage. He is retarded, which doesn't give him second thoughts about why he is doing what he does. He is just enjoying the process, and this leads him to mastering it. Forrest became successful as a football player, not because of luck, but because he liked to run. All his childhood, he was running away from bullies. He became good at something that he was doing every day. Many people are afraid to start their own business because they think they don't have experience, aren't talented, or because they don't know much about managing the business. Forrest shows us that a person can achieve anything he wants, regardless of whether he is talented or not. Even if you are an average person, you can still become the best of the best in any field that you choose. It sounds like the motto of the motivational ad, but it's true. Also, Forrest Gump tells us about the useless feeling of being ashamed of a critique. Every time he appears in public, he acts like a total idiot. And the most interesting thing is that no one is laughing at him. He showed his butt cheek to President Johnson. He said he wants to pee-pee to Kennedy. He gave a speech into a muted mic in front of 1,000 people. The fear of being critiqued is an absolutely useless fact. You can't achieve success if you don't get rid of the fear of being criticized. Being criticized can actually help you to self-develop and improve your skills. People who criticize you can help you realize what you are doing wrong. In order to start doing what you love, you don't need much. All you need is your desire and effective control of your time. As we know, Forrest Gump's adult life took place in the 60s and 70s. Back then, TVs were not so massively popular and you couldn't fit them in your hand. Thus, he had a lot of free time and he was spending his time exclusively on what he wanted to do. In the military, he started to practice ping pong. He became so good at ping pong that he went to China and won the international competition. All he did to achieve his results is eat, sleep, and play ping pong. When no one wanted to play with him, he played with himself. It's a fantastic example of how to properly manage your time. When he bought his shrimp boat, he was a failure at the beginning, but he never gave up. He continued to search for shrimp, and at some point he found them. He turns his small business into a huge corporation, and later, under his supervision, he has 12 ships shrimping. He doesn't know anything about shrimp. He just knew about shrimp from what his friend Bubba told him. Very often he would be called stupid, and Forrest would reply, "Stupid is as stupid does." This means he prioritizes his interests regardless of what people think about him. Every person creates his destiny, and no one is right to tell anyone what that person should do and when. In this movie, we can clearly see the line of destiny. Destiny of Forrest Gump's mother, Lieutenant Dan, Jenny, Bubba.
We all have a destiny. Nothing just happens. It's all part of a plan.
Every one of us has an idea of what our life should be. The heroes from the movie clearly know what they want. They have goals and ambitions.
I want to be famous. I want to be a singer like Joan Baez.
Matter of fact, I'm going into the shrimping business for myself after I get out the Army.
Wasn't supposed to happen. Not to me. I had a destiny.
But Forrest doesn't spend his time on empty talk on how everything is supposed to be. The irony is that while all those heroes show indecision, Forrest slowly embodies all their dreams. He becomes a war hero, what Lieutenant Dan wanted.
They gave you the Congressional Medal of Honor.
He achieves Jenny's goal to become famous.
I was a national celebrity, famouser even than Captain Kangaroo.
And he launches a very successful business of what Bubba was dreaming.
Bubba Gump Shrimp. It's a household name.
Here we can see two life philosophies. The first is that we all have a destiny and we can't really change it. The second is that we ourselves create our destiny. Standing near Jenny's grave, Forrest comes to the realization that all his friends were right. Some events are inevitable and predetermined by destiny. Some events are just an accident, but we can react differently to all the events and push off them differently.
Each have a destiny. Or if we're all just floating around accidental like on a breeze, maybe it's both.
It's embodied in the main symbol of the story, the feather, which opens and closes the movie. The feather is the first and last thing that we see in the movie. Tom Hanks said in one of his interviews, "Our destiny is predetermined only depending on how we react to random events that happen to us." The feather represents this thought. The feather can land anywhere, but it lands near Forrest's feet, and Forrest holds on to the feather like catching with his full force to the chance that destiny offers him. Forrest's mother said that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're going to get. And as we can see, Forrest got not the best candy from the box, but he compensates it with persistence and by catching every chance that life offers him. Forrest shows us how important it is to do the very best of what life offers you. And this is what Forrest does. The movie Forrest Gump has such an enormous amount of successful ideas that we can write a step-by-step guide of how to become successful. The movie tells us a story of how a person achieved absolutely everything in life, but yet didn't become spoiled as a person. It shows us that in this world, there is nothing impossible if you have a wish and desire to change your life. Inside us, we all have a person who can achieve anything in this life. We just need to release him.